My name is Hannah, and this is my year of less stuff. I forgot to do last looks. Usually it's my eyebrows that are misbehaving. If it's not my eyebrows, it's my bangs. But my eyebrows are pasted to my face today. I like put so much brow wax in them and I just glued them down. And I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of here for it. I haven't dyed my brows in a while, so I've been like pasting them into shapes that lend themselves to some hefty penciling, and this is one of them. What do you think of this lip color? This lip color came in PR from Octoly. It's a Becca, it's one of those, Becca released these lipsticks, Ultimate Lip Love, Ultimate Lipstick Love last year or something. And the whole color range came up in my Octoly free store. And I requested this one. It's the nude, it's the palest nude in the neutral range. I think they have like a cool, warm, and neutral division, and it's called Dune. But it looks so pink. I'm still trying to decide what I think of it. It came with a lip liner that matches it, and it's such an easy sort of beauty guru sharp lip that I don't usually do. But the lip liner makes it really, really easy. Just line it and fill it in. I almost never do my lips like that, but that's what I did today. What video are we even filming? How I spent my budget in April. So it's actually fine that I rambled a little bit just now about my bangs, eyebrows, and lipstick, because this is gonna be a short one, but I do have something to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. I feel like a lot of my friends on YouTube right now are filming these videos about how they spent their budgets or what they bought or the collective haul for the month, and not having much to talk about because a lot of people have kind of gone into austerity mode because of the global climate, the COVID-19 pandemic. And I am also someone who's had to go into austerity mode because of that, but I also am someone who spent half of her yearly budget within the first couple months of the year and then went on a near no buy. So I have like a double reason not to buy stuff right now, not to spend my budget right now. But I did tell myself that I wasn't on a complete lockdown of a no buy, like not a total no buy. I'm letting myself buy something if I feel like it's worth my budget and also if it doesn't cost very much money. So what that means for me is like $10, $20, $30, like if it's, especially if it's on sale or if it's secondhand or if it's something that's like a really great deal and it's just a little tiny bit of my budget, a little fraction. I'm not going out here spending like $100 on anything at one time, and I'm trying not to even spend close to $100 of my budget in any given month. So that's the situation. I did decide to do that this month. I've been walking on the treadmill as my way of getting exercise, and I've been doing it more consistently in quarantine just because it's easier to access and there's more time. I work on my computer while I'm doing it, and so I've just found myself going through my workout clothes faster, and some of them are starting to get really ratty, and my workout tops are all just old t-shirts from like my master's degree program or from like a tango festival that I've like cropped, and they're getting, they just, okay, here's the meat of the video. Here's the tea. It's a combination of me feeling like this part of my wardrobe is only half functional because I've repurposed clothes that weren't supposed to be workout clothes. That's like my grasping at straws for it being sort of a functional replacement situation. And then the other reality is just that I'm sick of this part of my wardrobe and I've been wearing it more frequently, and I feel like it's such a sorry excuse for a workout wardrobe. Like it just feels very cobbled together, very worn out and old. Like I really, it's been a long time since I like refreshed my workout wardrobe. And a lot of the leggings that I have, which is mostly what I have like leggings and then t-shirts again, like that I was just talking about, that I've repurposed. And almost all, if not all, the leggings that I have, I collected at a time when I was frequently going to Bikram yoga, like a hot yoga class. So I purchased them with a different kind of exercise in mind to the one that I currently do. So I feel like now I'm going back to sort of like the practical aspect of it, which is, it does hold water, but the reality is also that I just felt like I wanted some cooler, better, and some new stuff for walking on the treadmill. I also realized that I was reaching for the same thing over and over again first when everything was clean. You know what I'm talking about? Like if I washed all of my workout clothes, the next day, inevitably I reach for the same thing, which is a pair of shorts that I am inconveniently wearing right now. Or maybe it's not inconvenient because I can show them to you. Well, but you're gonna see how I was wearing this like fancy silk DVF blouse with these workout shorts. These are them. They are Nike Tempo dry fit shorts, and I purchased them at like a discount sportswear shop back when we lived in Portland. So it was probably like 7 or 8 years ago. 8 years ago maybe that I purchased these. And they didn't used to be my absolute favorites. I was much more into my leggings again when I did Bikram. But now with what I do now, I love these shorts. They're just, here's the thing. I'm kind of like, I kind of have some thick thighs, especially compared to the size of my waist. I'm thick. Most shorts, I don't like them. It's hard for me to find shorts that have like that loose leg opening that fit me and that make me feel cute. It's just hard. I own no shorts except for these workout shorts. I don't really have like jean shorts. Like jean shorts and me, we don't get along. But I love these, and I also think that they even kind of look cute as like a leisure wear, you know, like athleisure wear. And I've even worn them like out and about before the quarantine. Sometimes I put outfits together with them and they're kind of like this weird sassy sportswear thing. It just hit me like a bolt from the blue halfway through April that I would like another pair of Nike Tempo dry fit shorts, exactly like these, but in a different and maybe a cooler colorway. So I was like, I bet they're all over the place, and they truly are. I looked at the tag and the size, and then I started looking on the secondhand market, eBay, Poshmark, etc., and they are everywhere. I mean, these seem to be like Nike's #1 smash hit shorts, and they're just, the world is swimming in Nike Tempo shorts. I was looking around and I was like, oh, I'm gonna find like a pair of these shorts being resold on Poshmark or Nike, new with tags, and I'm gonna snag them, and I bet I can find them at a very low price. And I was right. But, and here we get into like the meaty meat of the video, then came upon me the obsession with like getting a really cool pair, like a really awesome aesthetic pair. I was gripped by the demon of like the aesthetic fantasy self, and the pressure of it being like my one purchase, like the one time I was gonna buy a thing this month. And I just wanted it to be everything. I wanted them to be like the most special, the most unique. I wanted the pair I picked to like say something about my personality. I wanted them to be something that I could wear, you know, to a theme park and walking on the street and to get burgers, and could go with anything. And they would also be amazing for working out. I completely lost respect about what I was trying to do, which was just kind of duplicate the thing I already had so that I would have workout shorts instead of all of these old Bikram leggings to work out in. Instead, it was like the madness of aesthetic perfectionism. And I found out that Nike at one point, I don't know when, I'm not a person who pays attention to like sportswear releases. This is the first I'd ever heard. I didn't even used to know that these were called the Tempo shorts. They were just that 8-year-old pair of shorts that I had that happened to not squeeze my thighs. I found out that Nike at one point released this line called Hyper Femme that was floral. One of the editions of the Tempo shorts that they came out with in this line was like this unbelievably beautiful floral like iris print with blue and white irises on a black background, or on a red background, like a really bright red. You guys know I love that like pop of intense fire engine red, almost like a red orange, and blue and white trim, and this like cool sportsy waistband. And I was like, those are the ones for me. Those are my very special, very identity related Nike Tempo shorts that I'm gonna buy with my budget. And because they're so special, it'll be worth it. So I scoured the internet for them in my size. And here's the rub. the size of the Nike Tempo shorts that I own, the black pair that I just stood up on my stool to show you, they're labeled as size large. And I'm not surprised. Often I'll wear large in like underwear. Usually, I think properly, I'm probably a medium in something like sweatpants, joggers, even in a pant that is designed in a way that works for me with my body type. It's usually a medium, but sometimes a large in bottoms, like swimsuit bottoms, underwear, shorts especially. I'm inclined to like be between a medium and a large in just like the madhouse of American sizing, which is a complete lie and not based on anything, but that's what I often find. So I wasn't surprised that it was a large. So I was looking for a size large. I found it when I finally decided that this was the pair I wanted. I found them. They were being sold on Poshmark. I bought them for $20, a size large pair of these absolutely stunning Nike shorts. I have them right here. I'm going to show them to you. This is the print. This is the waistband. That is the trim. It's like if I turned into a pair of Nike Tempo shorts, this would be the pair that I turned into. Perfect, right? No, also they're new with tags. The tag came with the tags that are still attached. Perfect, right? No, because they're way too big. I don't know what happened. Nike, they do not fit at all like the pair that I have. They are a different size. Nike has clearly either changed their sizing or maybe the sizing is very uneven. Again, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but they're unsustainably big. Like I tighten them with they have like a strap in there, and even when I tighten them, I can just feel they're being held up by a wing and a prayer. And if I were just going to prance around in them and take pictures to post for Instagram, probably would be fine. But I cannot walk miles and miles on the treadmill in them without them feeling like they're going to fall down and maybe actually falling down. But they also don't even look that good because there's just way more fabric. I'm just swimming in them. There are no mediums. I would probably be, so here's what I've learned. Lessons learned. Lesson number 1, I'm probably a medium in the contemporary sizing of Tempo shorts, the newest editions. Lesson number 2, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if I learned lesson number 2 with how I proceed with shorts buying. I feel like lesson number 2 is kind of like, do not get gripped by the demon of fantasy aesthetic perfectionism and try to make your sportswear, a precious jewel. I mean, if they had worked out, if they had been the right size for me, it would have been great. And maybe I wouldn't be saying that is a lesson because you know how I feel about that whole thing. I love aesthetics and I think that they matter, but I think maybe I love them to a fault. But how could I have known? I mean, how could I have known? Like I have a pair, they're size large, they fit perfectly. And I found the exact same shorts, but just in a different color, and they are too big. Same size, and they're too big. How could I have known until I actually ordered them and they ended up being too big? So what am I gonna do? I think that with these shorts, I'm going to give them to a friend. I know exactly who to give them to. I have a friend who they'll be a great fit for, who will absolutely love them. So all is not lost. I'm not going to return them to the Poshmark seller because, first of all, it's just $20. I'd be paying probably return shipping to return them to her. But also, if you're a Poshmark seller, this is probably kind of a tough time. I wouldn't want to be give me back my $20 for the shorts. She can have it. She can have it and she can use it to buy her groceries. You know what I mean? But I don't really know what I'm going to do about my budget. If I end up giving these to a friend as a gift, then it's like I bought a gift for my friend, but at the same time I was spending my budget. I mean, should I consider it like I returned them, but instead of returning them, I transformed them into a gift? Or should I say that I spent $20 of my budget on something that didn't work out? That's what I'm inclined to do because I'm kind of a hardliner about it. So I'm inclined to be yeah, I spent $20 of my budget this month, but then I couldn't wear the thing that I bought because it was too big and I decided not to return it. So that's probably what I'll do. In a minute, I'll tell you why I'm kind of waiting until it all comes out in the wash because there is a yet unknown thing that I haven't told you about. I bought the shorts from the Poshmark seller, and while they were en route, I started thinking how amazing it would be to complete the outfit. Because then, if I had the top with the matching pattern, it would really be dual purpose. It would really be something I could work out in, but that I could also wear out and about when the world returns to normal. And then I would really feel like I'd gotten bang for my buck. Like I'd gotten this like amazing athleisure wear outfit, but it would also be practical, right? This is what I was telling myself. So I tracked down the matching shirt. It's like this jersey material shirt on eBay, and I bought it from an eBay seller also for $20. And I was like so proud of myself. It was like really cool. And I mean, granted, it's gorgeous. Like it is really cool. I'm making fun of myself as I tell you what I was thinking, but I also am myself. And it wasn't that long ago that I was thinking it. And I kind of agree with myself. It would have been really amazing if it had worked out the way that I imagined it in my head. And I do feel like it would have been worth the amount of my budget that I spent. However, the eBay seller sent me the wrong thing and then found out that he had sent my shirt that I ordered to someone else. He was like, there is a package on its way to you, but it's not your shirt. It's like this other guy's polo shirts that he ordered. So when you get it, could you please return it? And he's basically like, I think maybe he already has back the shirt and he's waiting until I return the wrong shirts to send it to me. I don't really know, because I kind of feel like I'm very weary of the whole thing right now. It's been going on for a week and a half or 2 weeks almost. And we don't really have easy access to a mail person. Like we can't ship mail packages easily from here. So I've been quite delayed in my ability to return this package. It arrived and I didn't open it. It's just sitting in our entryway. And I just need to wait until we're gonna like take some mail and mail it, but we're trying to like wait and do it all at once to minimize our contact with the outside world. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have not received this thing. I don't know if I'm ever gonna receive it, this top, but even if I do receive it, I don't have the matching shorts, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to find the matching shorts, because even if a medium in these floral shorts does pop up on the resale market, I don't know if it'll be at a low enough price that I'll want to spend even more of my budget on it, given that I already spent some on this pair that's too big. So that's how I spent my budget in April. It's like the best laid plans, you know what I mean? In theory, it would have been like a great little $40 workout outfit, practical and beautiful, very Hannah Louise Poston. But it all came crashing down around me, and so it was kind of like I like spent $40 and didn't buy anything with my budget. That might be how we end up deciding to work it out. And when it comes to the question of like spending from my budget, again, I tend to err on the side of like, oh, come on, Hannah, like you did spend your budget. But I do think that there is kind of argument that I was outlining at the beginning of the video for these to be sort of like semi-replacement items. Like I could see myself, if I were to find like not just one, but maybe 2 pairs of tempo shorts that do fit me, if I ever figure out which size to get, and I managed to turn this 1 pair into 3, I could totally see myself letting go of some of my oldest pairs of leggings, or the pairs that I don't reach for as much, or the ones that I reach for only when all the other ones are dirty because they're just like really tight or really worn out from being worn so much over the years or something like that. Same with the ratty old t-shirts. I could see myself replacing some of them with just like fresher workout tops. Fresher both literally and also fashionably, you know what I mean? Ones that just make me feel a little bit cuter. Like I feel like that would be worth a little bit of my budget right now. But what I'm saying is like there are things that I feel like are worth my budget that would also end up having the fate of a replacement. So they're kind of on the line. It's really interesting. And if I were inclined to be softer on myself with this budgeting thing, I would probably just be like, I'm replacing my workout shorts, I'm replacing my workout tops, and they're just replacements. Maybe at the end of the year when I assess, I'll decide to recast these as replacements. But I think I'll probably revisit it this month. I'll probably try to complete the task, but maybe not in the same way. It was an experience of like drumming up some shopping anxiety over the opportunity to buy something that was aesthetic, because I had convinced myself to buy something for practical reasons. I was all worked up about finding like the exact right item or the exact right outfit to buy. I was really like squeezing myself over the idea of optimization, like optimizing this chance or optimizing this purchase, when really it might have been better to just find like a sportswear superstore that was having a huge sale and like buy 2 pairs of shorts and 2 tops at a deep discount and just like have them all shipped to me and have it be done with. Like, you know, black and white shorts and like a white shirt and a black shirt, like something just practical and easy that I know would work for me. And instead I blew it up into this whole like magical flowered sportswear outfit thing. That's really the lesson. I mean, I didn't phrase it just now as a lesson. I just told you what I had done. But I think that like seeing that I did that and maybe being able to catch myself in the act of doing that in the future, that's where the lesson lies. But in terms of how I spent my budget, that's it. So I did take notes about a couple of non-budget things just to tell you like what I've been spending, what I've been buying, the few things that I've been buying that are non-budget things, just to fill out the video a little bit more. Books, I bought a couple of books. I talked about this in my most recent video about what's been cheering me up right now. I bought some paper books, the Hilary Tamar series by Sarah Caldwell. The first one's called Thus Was Adonis Murdered, I think. And I just finally started reading it a couple of days ago. This was the series that I had forgotten about completely, except that I remembered that I loved it, but I didn't know what it was about. And it's just so awesome. It's so funny. If you like P.G. Wodehouse, if you like the Jeeves and Wooster books, then I think that you would really like this Sarah Caldwell series. So I'll remember to link it down below. So I've been buying some books here and there. Books are not in my budget. I mean, it's not something that I have to spend my budget on when I buy them because they don't generally have a book buying problem. Even though I've been enjoying buying some more books in quarantine, I still don't feel like it's gotten to the level of a problem, partly because I'm not spending very much money on them, but also because I'm actually buying them to read them because I really want them. I'm not buying them to bolster like the idea of a fantasy version of myself who buys a lot of books. I guess the other thing of note that I've spent money on is makeup for review. I reviewed some makeup in January. When at the beginning of the year, I said that I was going to try to buy something for review roughly once a month and do like a spotlighted self-sponsored review of a makeup item or a release about once a month. So here's what happened. I did Glossier in January, skipped February. I did Gucci in March. And then in April, I realized that I had done 2 out of the 4 months. So we were in the 4th month and I had only done 2 self-sponsored reviews. So I was like, oh, I could do like a couple more. So I ended up reviewing a bunch of things all in a row. I did the Roman 1111 quad, the Becca Ignite highlight, the Patrick Ta brow wax. And then I actually have one more that I'm currently testing that I'm going to review, and that's the Fenty blushes. So we're now in the 5th month, and if you include the Fenty blushes, which are upcoming, I will have reviewed 6 items. So I'm actually all caught up through to June in terms of trying to buy one item for review roughly once a month. I like spread it out at the beginning of the year and then they came all bunched together. I'm gonna leave it, I think. It would have to be something very, very, very compelling and something for which I had a personally very compelling reason to like personally be the one to review, for me to pick something else up for dedicated review before June, because I am gonna really try to spread it out. And I don't particularly wanna be spending the money on that right now. It's just, it kind of felt like when it rains, it pours with things that I felt I had something to offer in reviewing. So with the Patrick Ta, it was like, it's my exact jam. Like I'm obsessed with soap brows already, so I was able to compare it. With the Rowan Quad, I own the other 2, and it's a formula that I really love. They just felt like things that were meant for me. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is that I've been thinking about the difference between something that I buy for myself and something that I buy for review. And I do feel like with this recent bout, I've gotten a little bit better at telling the difference, like distinguishing between those 2 things. With the Fenty blushes, for example, and I'll talk about this when I review them, there was one that I really wanted. There was one color that I really wanted for myself, but I didn't think that it would be the one that was the most useful for me to review. I didn't think it would be the one that most people were interested in. And so I ended up choosing 2, but I chose my second and third choice because it was a purchase for review, instead of buying my first choice because I wasn't really buying them for myself. And I'm really glad that I got the ones that I got. I think that I made the right choice as a YouTuber, as a reviewer. And that's the kind of thing that I feel like I'm starting to familiarize myself with when it comes to that channel budget that I have set aside. There was also a release recently that I was tempted to purchase, but identified quickly as one that really isn't the kind of thing that I personally should be reviewing. It was the Wayne Goss lip products. When they were announced, I was like, oh, maybe I should buy like one lipstick, one lip liner, and one lip gloss for review. I was like, I'll get it for a review for my channel. And then I was like, Hannah, no, because like, what do you have to say about a lipstick, a lip liner, and a lip gloss that other people who are viewing these products can't say? I mean, like, if Michelle Wong is up here with the whole PR box, swatching them all, reviewing the formulas, I don't need to be doing that. I feel like with the cream blushes, it's a little bit different because I haven't really seen anyone talking about the difference between that cream blush formula and other cream blushes. People are talking about how they apply and how the colors look, but people aren't really talking about the tactile experience of using them. And I feel like that is something that I can contribute when I film that review. And so I'm glad that I decided to review them, even though I feel like everyone is also reviewing them. But not so with the Wayne Goss lipsticks. I feel like I would be fooling myself if I bought one of each type of that release and then claimed to be doing it for the sake of review. If I bought them, I would be doing it just because I wanted them. So I didn't buy any. I really like the terracotta lipstick called Orchid that he came out with. I think that's my favorite thing in the entire range, all across the 3 formulas. If I need to place an order from Beautylish at any point in the future, I might spend a bit of my budget on it, but it would be for me. It wouldn't be for review. The last thing I have on the list of things that I've been spending money on is food. I feel like even though we've been trying not to buy frivolously in the food department, and we've been trying to make sure that we eat all our leftovers and don't let anything go to waste, I feel like healthy food, fresh produce has been really important to me lately. Buying things that I will enjoy cooking and that I'll really like eating has been important to me lately. So I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't been spending that much in other areas. Maybe because of that, the food purchases that I have been making have started to loom larger, and they loomed large enough that I felt like I should put them on this list. But that's really it. That's the end of the video. I erroneously spent part of my budget on a workout outfit this month that probably is never going to manifest for me. And I'm probably going to try again this month, but for the most part, that is the most exciting that my budget spending has gotten. And even that is a very utilitarian thing. So it's like the most boring month ever in terms of my budget, but of course it is. I mean, we're in the middle of a global pandemic and I'm supposed to not be spending anything. And I also think that not going out and about makes me less prone to want to spend my budget, because it's like, who am I trying to impress? I don't know. I mean, I think that the answer to that is usually myself. Like when I buy something with my budget so that I can wear it out and about, it's because I want to feel myself. But I'm not even doing that. Like I'm feeling myself just wearing the same sweatsuit day after day. I'm like feeling myself by taking a long hot bath. You know what I mean? So it's not even about impressing other people. It's really about not having the same type of opportunity to feel myself. And also, I'm not going to any physical shops. So I'm not stumbling across that like amazing deal at the Salvation Army. You know what I mean? Like that incredible designer coat for $12 or something. I'm not putting myself in situations that are likely to cause me to want to buy anything and to want to spend my budget. So it makes sense that the month went this way. And that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna end this video. I'm starting to lose my voice because I filmed my check-in before this. For some reason, I always just like talk myself raw in the check-in. I mean, for some reason, it's because of the kind of person that I am. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know how things are going for you in terms of budgeting, spending. Are you finding yourself overspending right now? Are you finding it easier than ever to not spend your budget or your money? Just let me know. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself right now so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work.